Good afternoon and welcome to the Goldthwaite Guys podcast. Travis, introduce yourself, sir.
I introduce myself?
Yes, sir.
Travis Hall.
Travis Hall. You want
Golden
to introduce our guest?
Goldthwaite. Coach Hagey.
Coach Hagey.
The Coach Hagey.
Guys, I'm happy to be here with you.
Yes, sir.
It's exciting.
Thank you
Big
for
time.
Too hot to do anything
anything.
else outside. That's
right.
Come hang out with us.
We're getting going here, getting the chat going. We are again. This is episode 46, Coach. You are
46.
here
Wow.
for 46.
Yeah. That makes you the fourth one.
Yeah, yeah.
We've had Howard on here 9 times.
Absolutely. Well, we got we're getting going here. Put it on Facebook and share
Yes,
it.
sir.
Let's see here if we can get going. But Coach, this is first day of fall camp. Used to be called 2-a-days. They don't call it 2-a-days anymore.
Wow.
So how was it? Getting up. First off, what time did you have to get up this morning to get there?
You know, Coach Howard had the coaches up there about 6:15. We got up there a little bit earlier than that just to make sure we had everything ready to roll. And, you know, the kids came in earlier than expected and plenty of energy. And
Ready to go.
they were fired up, ready to go. So,
Did you have a head count?
you know, we didn't. I think we were missing one player. I think we were missing. Stadlon got his wisdom teeth taken
gosh.
out
Yeah.
like last Friday. So he'll be back on Wednesday, but I think that was it. I think everybody else was there today.
Had it done
Wow.
on Friday, he could have been here today.
Yeah,
man.
sure.
He
Well,
could have been here yet
He's probably
Saturday. Yeah.
Still swollen,
Yeah.
looking like
Well,
the Godfather.
Gets no lip off of him that way.
Exactly.
I am letting people know we're going.
Heck
So,
yeah.
Coach, this is year 3 for you. You said.
Yes.
And you talk to us a little bit off camera, talking about what's been going, like how you got here, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But what drew you to wanting to coach here in Goldthwaite in this stage in your life, career? And
So we had purchased. My family had purchased a ranch here, probably about 25 years ago. So I got to know the community a little bit, and you know, being a coach, you move around a lot. And, you know, this was always home to us. So this was like our meeting place during holidays and birthdays and get-togethers and all of that. That's kind of where everybody got to meet.
Good.
So it ended up really being our home
yes, sir.
without living here all the time.
Nice.
And I love the community. I'm from San Angelo.
Okay.
So, you know, I like this area.
Yes, sir.
It just, you know, it was a place that we wanted to be, and you know, we've been very blessed and very fortunate to be able to purchase our ranch from our family and make a house and a home here. And, you know, we love it, and I love, you know, I've coached 6A, 5A, 4. I've been really everywhere but 6-man, and I love the area. I love the kids.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know, and just the community, and we just, you know, I've known Coach Howard for a while. We both coached at Brownwood at different times, but
Okay.
I'd gotten to know him a little bit. And we talked, and, you know, we finally got together when he was able to get a position here for me, and it was just the right time for my wife Julie and I. And we came in, and we're excited about it. It's been fantastic. So,
Good deal.
very
Well,
lucky.
it makes me excited to know that not only that you've you know put roots down, you have land, and you're going to be here. Is this where you plan to be?
Absolutely. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Praise God. That's cool. That's really neat. We love this community as well. We've been here 11 years now, so we're fairly new. He's been here
45
45 years,
45.
and they won't run him off.
Well,
So,
we lived in San Angelo for years, Stephenville for years,
Okay.
Virginia for 2 years. But yeah, pretty
Okay.
much out here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So let's go back. So we talked about this was day 1, first day of 2-a-days or fall camp.
Yes.
We have 8 people in the chat now talking to us. Edgar Arredondo, Kyler from Tyler, they're talking. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Let us know you're there. How was it? How was the first day? Anything stand out to you? Kind of give us a 411 on what you thought of the day.
You know, I thought it was there was plenty of energy. Being in, and I know it's my third year, but it's also kind of our third year in in say our offensive and our defensive schemes. So in our kids, and you guys know this, our kids have been young, and we played young kids for those years, and now they're starting to mature, and they know what's going on. So it's been really nice. We're not having to, yes, we're out there coaching and we're teaching, but they understand the concepts, and we're able to just really transition into fall camp really seamlessly and just start off. And we were out there, we were moving around, fast transitions. It was really seamless. It was a good first day.
Good.
Yes.
And I guess I don't want to give a lot away, but you got the freshman class coming in from 8th grade. A lot of good standout athletes there. Cannon Wright stands out to me. Flint Bridges. Carson Hudspeth. Yeah, there's a slew of them. Dylan Harris. I don't know how they're going to fit in the JV line. So, what specifically? Let's go back to this. What specifically do you coach in football?
So I'm the offensive line coach. Last year I was the offensive line and defensive line coach, but this year we've been lucky enough to get Coach Cruz in from Ozona, and Coach Cruz is going to really take over the defensive line. So now I can really concentrate on just running the offensive line and getting those guys going this year.
Perfect. All right, we're working on audio right now. Y'all give us feedback in the chat. Is somebody too loud, too quiet?
A bit quiet, but
yeah, well, Coach Howard, he gets on that microphone.
Yeah.
And so
you're like that little rooster, Benny Rooster.
No comment.
He gets on there.
Yeah.
We have 11 in the chat.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know. Look, we're trying to adjust audio. So I think we're getting you dialed in, Coach. But
Okay.
if y'all have any questions for Coach or me or Travis, or talk about the upcoming football season or school year, let us know. We're excited. Travis, what you got?
So today's day one. We'll go through.
All the way
Friday.
to the 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scrimmage is on the 8. What day is this first scrimmage?
What is the first scrimmage?
It's next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so it's the 14th, 15th.
and that'll be here, Coach?
Yeah.
That's going to be here.
Mason.
Okay.
Yes.
Then the following week will be Cristobal there, right?
Yes, Christopher will be there. Yes.
Okay. Those
kinda
those
close
aren't
to your
even
home,
really
huh?
on the schedule, but they're
Yeah. I mean,
Before we get to
Cristobal.
That is close
Yeah.
to the old home.
I like that
yes.
little town there.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that town.
That was
It
pretty-
was
pretty-
nice.
Pretty cool town.
yes, absolutely. All right. It says Edgar says audio sounds great. That's good. That's what we're after. I put the microphone close to me. Travis he goes in and out. He can't stay still.
Man,
So-
I lost my thing I was playing
Yeah,
with.
he has to have a fidget spinner or some
yeah.
kind of something to play with all the time.
Yeah.
But anyways, Coach, so let's talk about what the offense is going to look like this year. Skill position wise, anyone standing out to you? Anyone that or a couple of them that are like, hey, this is going to be good.
Gosh, I mean, they're all, a lot of them, most of them are back. We lost, Case and Wiedebusch and Zach.
Yes.
But other than that,
And Slade Allen.
And Slade Allen.
Yes.
But Landry Sanderson's back.
Right.
And
Aiden
Aiden Lee and Hayes is back.
Yes.
Hayes
is healthy.
And he's healthy right now. And those guys are just, right now they had a great 7-on-7 season. We ended up fourth in the state.
In the state.
The
That's
lineman ended
impressive.
up fourth in the state at the lineman challenge. I mean that's pretty good. Pretty good
put those together, that's
accomplishment
pretty
too. Absolutely.
I would venture to say that out of the other schools that won maybe third, second, or first, their linemen didn't get that good, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Like their linemen might have gotten the top 4, but their skill positions might not have gotten the
Correct.
top 4. So that's a good spot to be where you got both linemen, guys in the trenches, and guys in the skill spots, top 4 in the state. Now, I'm saying that it'll look different with pads on and everything else, but
Sure.
that's optimistic is the word I'm trying to say there.
Yes.
So very good. And let's talk about the line. Because you were here 2 years ago when I think that was probably one of the better lines we had in Goldthwaite. I looked at that line a lot. Hugo, Daniel Barrera, Jack Wetzig, Edmund Martinez, Jacob Ross.
Yes.
That line was impressive. And I think last year was a rebuilding year in that, or how would you describe it?
It was a rebuilding year. We ended up, Jeremiah Avance was really our only lineman that really came back.
Okay.
We ended up playing some freshmen. Levi Hillis ended up starting for us at left tackle in our second playoff game.
Yeah.
As
a freshman.
and as a freshman, and really did great. This year we've got Levi is going to anchor us over at that left tackle spot.
Okay.
I've got Ben Wetzig over at the guard next to him. We've got Wrighton Morgan, which Wrighton came to us from San Saba.
I think he's going to be the
And
dude
man,
now.
he's awesome. He's 5. I don't know. He's 5'6", 5'7", tops.
he's not that tall,
okay, I was being nice,
But he can move
But
a truck
man,
out of a parking lot.
Yeah.
he is. He's strong and he is physical. So moved him into center. And then we were able to move Jeremiah, which Jeremiah has
center.
really good feet and he's physical, away from that center position for the last 2 years, over to the right guard, so we can move him around a little bit. And then we've got Brant Long and Stetson Keel
Yes.
are working over at that other tackle spot. So our tackles are tall, rangy, athletic kids.
Yeah.
Which I love having
Yes.
those guys, and then the bigger kind of the road grader kids
Sure.
are down at those guards, and I
Works
think it's a
out.
really, really good combination. Now, if I can just get them rolling and halfway mean,
Sure.
I think we've got something.
And I think
Put 'em in a pen with a bull.
You just gave
Yes.
us like six of them there, and they're all different. But we have some depth that we haven't had there in a while. Not saying that we have. I'm just thinking down the road. I'm thinking like Hillis he can certainly. Man, he's a big guy, but I'm thinking also you got some guys that are coming in. They may not be at the varsity level yet. Like, gosh darn it, I'm thinking of the young man, Bokeen, Evar.
Yes.
You got Mason McGee. You
Yes.
got some of those guys that, man, they're probably going to get some good reps on JV, but they're also going to be there to get that help that strength and the depth of the varsity level as well. I think.
Absolutely, and for somebody I forgot, Edgar Martinez.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I've got him rotating in at some guards. So, we, as a line coach, you always want to have a pair and a spare.
Sure.
And right now I've got Stetson and Edgar rotating in at those guard and tackle spots. Just, there's always something that happens, or you don't like a matchup and you have to move guys around.
Right.
And that is something that we're building, and we're lucky. You're absolutely right. We've got some depth that we haven't had before.
Right.
And then you can plug in a Levi who can go and help Walt out on defense. You have Edgar who will start out on defense as a nose and rotate in with Jeremiah over there. Stetson Keel and Brant Long. Brant started at defensive end last year. So now you've got those guys working at an offensive tackle, but they can play defensive end, and they played it at a high level for us. So you have all of these different combinations. The most important thing to us, the luxury that we've got this year, are a lot of those guys, because of the depth, now they can play one way a lot. Now they're not going all the time.
Yes.
We didn't even talk about, Walt and Hagen were my tackles on offense.
Right.
Well, they know our offense and they know our schemes, and they're still going to work a little of that. But now we can keep them over on defense and keep them rested instead of just, trying to hang on and hoping that conditioning will kick in and they'll just kind of gut out a game.
And I agree with you. The conditioning, you can have all the conditioning in the world. But when it's fourth quarter and you're lined up against a 250-pound guy on the other side of you and you're playing both sides of the ball,
You're in the 43rd minute.
Absolutely.
That extra person on that sideline. And I tell you, there's been years, and Travis, you can attest to this, Coach Hagey, you can, where you look at the varsity and there's 7, 8 guys, maybe, on the
Yeah, and last year we
sideline.
played half the season with 3 of them injured.
Yeah,
we had
Yes.
Hayes Blaine and
we're
and
always
Aiden
at the
Lee was
mercy
out.
of
Exactly.
injuries. So
So we
to
didn't have
have-
like 2 subs. Maybe
Well, we played Blake. I mean, Blake was
Yeah,
a
well,
freshman
yeah,
last
yeah.
year at
Yep.
sure
at
in
quarterback.
playoffs.
You know,
I
in
mean,
the playoffs.
put pretty big load on
Think
him.
about what we did at Maud last year.
Yeah.
I mean, where
Yeah.
our guys had to suck it up, man.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Sure.
And they sucked it up, and we found a way to win.
Only
You
the
know,
strong survive.
That's it.
I would love to have where we didn't have the look. You're going to play Ironman football at
Yeah.
this level. Number one, because you don't have the numbers, but number two, that's because you're skilled guys and you're other. You know, you're going to have wide receivers play corner or whatever. You know, you got to have that speed and that ability to get the playmakers in the right spots, and this, that, and the other. But the more depth you have, the more the bodies you have in uniforms, talented and quality guys, because that's what y'all been preparing for. I think I say this every year, it's a war of attrition. So, I mean, if we get to the playoffs, how healthy are we going into the playoffs?
Correct.
And the depth has a lot to do with that.
Yes.
Where when you're banged up but not hurt, and you can rest instead of going back out there and then getting hurt,
Yes.
makes a big difference. So that's exciting. I'm excited about the offensive line and the defensive line moving into this year because, like I said, I think it was a rebuilding year last year.
Yes.
I think this year is a proven year, and I'm excited. I think you saw it last year too, Coach. And I certainly don't want to sound critical at this, but I think Landry had a lot more efficient running year his first year, his freshman year, as opposed to last year.
Oh,
that.
Without a doubt. You know, we had, you know, his freshman year, we had those big road graders
Yeah.
up there, and they were experienced. And then, like I said, you know, last year, the only one that had really any varsity experience at all, you know, to think of or to speak of was Jeremiah.
Right.
You know, I thought we did okay, but I really, you know, we were just trying to figure things out. Trying to figure it out. You know, now I think we figured it out. The kids feel comfortable. Now it's getting them mentally,
Right.
you know, ready and you know, the intensity. Let's pick it up and let's play faster and play with more confidence. And,
Sure.
and I think that's where we're getting to, or hopefully we're getting to now.
Absolutely. Well, Travis, you chime in anytime.
No, we're good,
have a lot
man.
more
I just-
questions. Well, I was going to get off that line and really talk to you about other parts of the team that you're excited about. Any players stood out to you? Excited about the growth from last season to this season. Just talk to us a little bit about what you're seeing out there.
Well, I'm just seeing confidence. Again, it's just the experience that all of those kids have had, and you know, with 7-on-7 and the 7-on-7 and with the success that they had this summer, you know, just, you know, the ball is really popping off of Hayes' hands.
Oh, yeah.
Great catches out there. They know where they're going.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the same page. Good. And skill-wise, that is, to me, that's the most important thing.
Sure.
Because once you have that confidence, now, you know, we talk about it all the time, fast and physical. And now you can play like that and play with confidence. You know, not where we're not doubting, man, I hope we can do this, I hope we can do that. No, let's just go and get it done now.
Sure.
And
You know you can do it.
That's how you know, we can win, is just the confidence. When things go bad, look, we're gonna find a way.
Yeah.
And I think that is where we are, especially skill-wise, because they've worked for a few years now together at a high level on the varsity.
Right.
You know, most of those kids
Getting
just
those speed reps.
exactly. Now they have the speed, the confidence. You know, we lift all the time, and those kids do a phenomenal job in the weight room. You know, we lift heavy. I mean, there's no magic. There's no tricks to getting bigger, stronger, and faster. It's hard work. It's lifting heavy weights. And, you know, that's the first thing we're doing tomorrow morning, 6:45. Guess where we're at? Yeah. We're in the weight room, and we're squatting, and we're deadlifting, and we're going heavy tomorrow already. Absolutely. Because, again, you know, let's get the size along with that speed and quickness and confidence. And again, that's something to build on, and that's how you create success.
Sure. No, to go back to that conversation we were already having, you know, to go with those skilled players, I kind of feel like we're going to have this chance to do these bubble screens, and these screenplays are really going to be big with that like you said, the flexibility we have at the line.
Yes.
And those quicker guys that
Yes.
can get moving and get
Yes.
out there. And I'm excited to see some screens this year with Owen and Landry and even maybe bubble screens with like
and Aiden Lee
Luke,
out
Patrick,
there, and
Aiden Lee,
Luke,
yeah.
and absolutely.
So Blake Howard as well. So,
Yes.
Sky's the limit, I think, on our offense as far as our depth and our talent, and that's huge. So I'm excited about that. One question I had, kind of going back to that though. Today, first day, 2 days of fall workouts. Who walked off the bus and was like, "Holy crap! He turned into a man this year." Anybody stood up to you, be like, "Whoa, that guy grew a lot since I saw him last."
I go back to and we watched him this summer. Stetson Keel was one of them. And Brant Long, Levi Hillis, my goodness. I talked to him in the spring, and I wanted those guys. They're all tall, rangy, athletic kids. Guys, we need to put on some weight. We need to put them, and every one of them put on weight this summer. And they did it the right way, and with lifting and diet and all of that. My gosh, all of those kids are over 200 pounds. Levi,
that's huge.
I think was at about 215.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's a big joker out there.
Yeah, I mean, he's 6'1", 6'2",
yes,
something like that.
And he'll push somebody around too.
Absolutely, Stetson. I'm looking Stetson in the eye right now. I'm going, good grief! I couldn't believe it. But
absolutely,
they're really they're turning in. They're maturing mentally and physically, and it's fun to watch those guys, because again, with those guys out there at tackles and at defensive ends, along with Talon and Eli Benningfield and those guys, now you've got size, you've got the speed along with size. Man, that's dangerous. I mean, that is something to watch. It's fun.
I tell you what, there's a lot of optimism about this upcoming school.
I think the stands are going to be full this year.
I do too.
It'll be great.
All right, guys, we have 16 in the chat here with us, Coach, talking to Coach Hagey here, year number 3 for Coach Hagey. And if you have questions, let us know. Come on, y'all, ask some questions. Don't leave it up to me and
10
Travis.
of those are me and you and our wives and family. 10 of those are like, you probably logged into 3 deals.
Yeah, both of my sons and your wife.
I'm just trying to catch questions before you do.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, like you said, you had land in Goldthwaite.
Yes.
And you've been here for 25 years ish.
Yes.
But what, how did the hiring process go with you getting here? Oh
gosh, it started when I left Brownwood.
Okay.
I had talked to, young Coach Profit.
Yeah.
And in fact, Coach Howard was the defensive coordinator at that time. And my son, my youngest, was going to be a senior. So it was a bad time to have to leave Brownwood. It was a bad time. My son ended up playing at Angelo State. So awesome. He was a college style kid at that time, and we just didn't know. To me, it wasn't the right time at that time. And Coach Howard and I had talked a few times and just kind of, how about now? Well, I've got this going, and I really can't leave this spot now. And it took a few years to finally, to finally get here, because either he didn't have a spot or it was late, and I really didn't want to leave a place I was at and leave them high and dry and all of that. But I think it worked out. The timing was good this time, and again, it was just right for everybody.
Yeah.
We do have some questions rolling in now.
Okay.
First off, this is from Chase Sides. I don't know if you know Chase. Chase is a guy that runs a scoreboard on Friday night.
Okay.
All right, so he's kind of a big deal. At least he thinks it is. He says, "Will you use the Speedy Morgan kid as a nose guard on certain downs, or how will you play him?" I guess is part of that question.
We can, and we have talked about that because he is so fast. And
who is that?
Morgan.
Wrighton.
Oh, okay, right.
Wrighton
okay,
Morgan.
Yeah.
he's short. I mean, he's got the leverage already. He's very strong, and he's got a motor. And with how we play defense, I mean, you guys have seen it. It is fun. I have always, until I got here, I've always been on the offensive side of the ball. So coming in and when Matt Landers was here and then Coach Howard kind of took the defense over, it's just been fun because I look at it from an offensive standpoint and how we play defense is just awful to an offense. I mean, we line up, we're head up on defensive line.
Yeah.
So as an offensive line coach, when you see that, that's a problem because I don't know where you're going, number one. Number two, we're moving. We're not just going to hit you right in the throat. We're going to the right or the left, and we're going to go attack. Yeah. And again, now what are those linemen doing? Those offensive, now they're having to think, and now they're guessing. Right. We know where we're going, and we're playing fast. Yeah. So to have somebody that can do that exactly, he's right. That is a great, combination or somebody to put in there when we've got a big, an Edgar or a Jeremiah or somebody like that. Now to come in, and now we've got a change of place. Now we've got somebody a little bit smaller who can move even faster than those guys. Man, that's tough. So yes, I can see that happening.
That's awesome. Well, we got we're talking football. We're talking let's go, rah, rah, rah. It's football Fridays are coming. And then this is from Drew Bristol. What is your favorite ice cream? That's my son right there.
So it's mint chocolate chip. But
there you go.
Here is so in my class, and I've had Blaine for 2 years, and I had Drew this year.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry.
And we do well. It's okay. The crosses we bear, right? But anyway, we start out most days with a question of the day.
All right.
So it could be,
the
one I start with every year is a Cheeto a chip.
Good one.
Okay, and we could go the whole first day, which isn't a bad thing. Talking if a Cheeto is a chip,
sure.
we rank ice creams, we rank pizzas, we do all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of funny. But Drew, mine is mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip. All right, Drew, throw yours out there on the chat so we know what yours is. No, good questions. Y'all keep them coming. We have 14 in the chat. If you got questions, doesn't have to be football. Clearly. It could be ice cream or anything. But Travis, you got something? Go ahead.
While we're on the topic of food stuff, hot wings or wings.
Chicken wing, yeah.
Bone in or boneless?
Go ahead and knock that out of the way.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Oh, bone in. Boneless, that's a chicken nugget.
That's right.
That's
a sauce nugget now. I always say it's a chicken nugget.
Exactly.
I knew I liked you when you came in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bone in.
I've been thinking about that a lot here lately. At first I thought, man, Russ, why you? But I'm like, dude. I really eat them more with the bone in.
Yeah.
It's
the way to go, Coach. Otherwise, you're just eating chicken butt.
I had a real quick story. We had a kid when I was a freshman in college. His name was Brian Frosman, and Brian was a big guard from New Braunfels. And Brian had a method, guys, for eating every piece of chicken. How he would eat it, how many bites it would take, and it was really something to watch. That guy eat his way through a chicken, and that dude could eat a whole lot of chicken. But it was very strategic. He's very analytical, very smart kid. But he had a method for eating every piece of the chicken. It was amazing.
And he executed it.
He knew how to do it. Yes.
I don't know how divisive that question was, but Edgar says finally, OMG, finally. Someone says it's a chicken nugget with exclamation point.
It's been
like
sauce
this guy.
nuggets this whole time.
There's going to be some pushback on that as well, and I know where are our sauce nugget guys wanting to talk to Coach Hagey. I know they're in the chat.
Yeah.
We have 15 in the chat here.
We lost one.
Yeah, Drew says his is chocolate and vanilla swirl. So he's that guy.
He's not very decisive, right? He's got to have both.
Yes, absolutely.
And nothing wrong with that.
No.
But anyways,
there's a lot wrong with him, but nothing wrong with that. No.
Y'all keep the questions coming in, and we'll continue to talk to Coach Hagey here again. This is year 3 for him, and we talked about how he got here. But let's go back to the front,
He's
to
a
the
sheep
beginning.
rancher. He's a sheep herder.
Sheep herder. Well,
No.
that's a shepherd, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let me go talk to you. Where did you go to high school?
Okay, so I'm from San Angelo. I played at San Angelo Central back in the old Friday Night Light days.
Yes, sir.
True story is my high school coach was Jimmy Keeling, and Coach Keeling was Coach Howard's coach in college. He was over at Hardin Simmons.
Yeah.
Yes. So in fact we still, well, I haven't talked to him lately, but we're still in contact with Coach Keeling.
Good deal.
You know, played there. That was when we only had you only had 2 teams that went, and we were in with it was called the Little Southwest Conference. It was us, Odessa Permian, Midland Lee, and my junior year and senior year we went 8-2 and 8-2 and didn't even make the playoffs.
Oh my God!
And we were like in the top. We were still ranked in the top, like
unbelievable.
15 in the state at the end of the year when it was all said and done.
That's
but we didn't
unbelievable.
even make it out.
Now everybody goes.
But
Everybody.
my gosh, you get teams that are 2 and 8 out
That's
there
right.
that make the playoffs.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, okay. So you went to San Angelo, and then you went to.
I went to
college?
Texas. I played football. Got a scholarship over to Texas State or Southwest Texas at the time.
Yes, sir.
And played there. My final year, my senior year, they medically, I guess, ended my career. I had 7 ankle operations at the time, so couldn't play my senior year, and ended up coaching. Had a coach come in, Dennis Franchione, who y'all have probably heard of.
I've heard of that name.
Dennis
Yeah.
Franchione. He was the head coach at A&M. He was the head coach at Alabama.
Really?
Yeah,
I've heard that name.
he came in and I coached there for a little bit and got out. I was just tired.
Sure.
And got out and went into the business world.
I think I'm unplugged.
Your power's out.
I got tangled up in it. I don't know. Or is that what this is?
Yeah. No. Just hit your light on there.
Oh, I don't need no light.
Well, I don't know if you're on or not.
Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
You're there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now, where were we?
It's like working with my brother's kids.
I'm telling you, I got tangled up over here.
He's tangled. He's twitching and pushing things and messing with stuff.
Go back to where you were.
Anyway, let's see, where was I? Anyway, got out and went into the business world and just missed it. And you know, all my buddies were coaches, and in fact, one of them was David Wetzel, was the head coach at Killeen High School at the time, and our kids are right at the same age, and my wife knew his wife Shanna, and they were both from the Killeen area. So anyway, just got to missing it, and a guy named Ross Rogers was the head coach at Harker Heights at the time, and Ross was my freshman year in college. He was our offensive coordinator, and went back and won 1 or 2 state championships over at A&M Consolidated.
Wow!
So he came back, and he was a Killeen guy. Came back and started the Harker Heights program, and you know, I knew him and got on with him, and we had some success there, and that's kind of how I got back into coaching. So, you know, I'd missed it and wanted to get back in. So, and then I was, you know, been very, very blessed and lucky to coach some great guys and great teams.
What year is this for you coaching?
So this is 2021 or 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so how far are we from retirement?
Oh, we can probably pull the trigger pretty soon if we wanted
Got one
to.
foot in, huh?
But you know, I think your mindset kind of changes when you can.
Yeah.
You know, you're always thinking, man, couple more years, and then when you can do it, it's just like, man, what would I do? I'm going to go and yell at my cows every day.
Sure,
I mean, I don't know.
Well, and the way things are going right now, and the next 4 or 5 years to go,
That's
man,
the point I was fixing.
Well, I know.
hard to not be.
You got some
in
real
there,
optimism moving forward here.
I think, you know, it's kind of like Coach Head.
Yeah.
You know, my gosh, you know, we're about the same age, and you know, he can roll for a while. It's just kind of like, well, you know, what do we do here?
It's not the
Go
X's
home
and
and
the
stare at
O's
my
and
wife.
stuff.
I ain't gonna do that. I'd rather go yell at the cows.
That's that old saying, not the X's and O's, but the Jims and the Joes. And we got the Jims and the Joes now.
Exactly.
This is, again, from okay, we got a couple of things here. Let me clarify. Edgar says I'm not sure if y'all remember the banana split from Bluebell was amazing. I don't remember if I don't know if I ever
Yes,
had that.
yes, it is very good.
Now the best thing that my go-to, and I will travel an hour to get one, is a banana split from Brahms.
Oh, I love
Goodness
Brahms.
gracious.
The hamburgers.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh goodness.
I used to haul cows for them.
Did you?
I haul heifers out
Really?
of Pennsylvania. Yeah,
No kidding.
Amish come up to their dairy up in Oklahoma City and out in Follett. Oh yeah, I
No,
used to go there every
Fantastic.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, I love good Brahms.
Mm.
And like I said, I'll lose my
hamburgers are
mind over
good.
banana
I
split.
love those hamburgers.
They're great.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
All right, here's one from our clock man,
Okay.
Chase Sides. He says, how has adjusting to the 2 minutes been as a coach? You know, now we have a 2-minute warning in high school football at the end of every half or close to every half. How is the communication for that situation to your front offensive line, or how much do you work on the 2-minute drill, I guess?
Well, we've always worked 2-minute drill stuff. The thing that I like about it, and it helps us out, especially at small school, is we get a breather and we can come and talk to them.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's
A
settle
lot
down,
of times,
a free timeout.
and
Yeah.
exactly, and I think it's been a hard adjustment for me coming from bigger schools and being able to get my guys
Yeah.
over to a bench, sit down. You know,
While the
we
other-
can walk
yeah.
and talk, or I can get on a board and we can work stuff out. Well, guess what? Here we
Yeah.
can't do it because they're over there
They're on the
playing
field.
defensive line or linebacker
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
So it helps as far as that goes. It's an extra time out. It's time that we can get a little more communication and get things ironed out. And I like that. I mean, it really helps us out, especially at small school.
Well, when did they start doing that?
Last year, I think.
Yes.
Just
Think
recently.
so.
Okay, I
Just
was fixing to
recently.
say, yeah.
And you know, if you're not used to doing it, Chase, does a great job up there, but you're not used to doing it. He freaks out, and of course you can't do it in a live play, so it may
No.
be,
So is it his responsibility to
153?
blow the whistle whenever
no.
it's a down or whatever? No,
If
the referee's
it's a
supposed to
dead
blow
ball
it.
at 2 minutes, after 2
Yeah.
minutes, it's a timeout.
Right.
So that's how that works, and I actually like it. I think, like I said, I think it's a neat way to. Well, it depends on the situation. I mean, if you're getting blown out, I mean, what are we doing? Let's just go to halftime,
Right.
or So, but if it's a close game, I mean, I think that's a fantastic timeout there. So, good question, Chase. I like it as well. You've been coaching. Have you been coaching football for 25 years?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's always been, I've always coached football. I was at Harker Heights. I was the head wrestling coach.
That's cool.
I've done powerlifting and track. In 1 year when I was at Mansfield Legacy, I was the assistant girls soccer coach.
I bet that was fun.
It was interesting. Well, what do I know about soccer? There's too much running in it for an old offensive lineman, number one.
Sure.
Number two, as a dad, I handed out, juice boxes and orange wedges to my kids. That's about all I knew.
Yeah.
But we were really, really good. And the girls, they just treated me like, I was just kind of the rah-rah guy, the old football coach out there. So they taught me the game. And we were really good. We ended up second in state my last year there. We got beat by Highland Park, and it was such a long season. We went to the semifinals in football and got beat by Aledo in the semis, and then turned right around and started soccer. Ended up going. I think soccer's one of the longest seasons, and
agree.
we ended up. I had already, funny, true story, I had already resigned, took the offensive line job at Temple
Okay.
because we had moved back to Killeen.
Okay.
My mother-in-law had Parkinson's and dementia. So my wife went to go take care of my mom
Right.
or my mother-in-law, and I needed to get back down here. But anyway, so I was at Temple coaching there. We were starting spring ball. And I would go over to Georgetown to the state game and then coached those girls over there. So it was, man, that was one long season.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
cow.
I imagine.
That just was one constant coaching them.
I'll
But
say
what a
this.
deal.
You're talking about, what do you know about soccer, and those kids kind of embraced you. I had a coach in high school, very similar to this, where he was an offensive line coach. His name was Mike Lamb, Coach Lamb. And we made the playoffs in basketball, and the whole practice, he sat Indian style on a desk, bare-chested, had his hands on his knees like this right here. I can see it with the camera.
Meditating.
And meditating. The whole practice, never said a word. Never said a word. But it just made it fun, and it was like, what is this guy doing? But another time, it was real intense. We were losing, shouldn't have been losing. Coach Simmons, Alan Simmons was my head coach. Goes in the locker room, mad as a hornet. Breaks his ring on the board. That mad, kind of one of those things. And he chewed us up one side and down the other. And I'm telling you, it was intense. And he looks over at Coach Lamb, and he says, "You got anything to say, Lamb?" And Lamb, of course, he's 6'6", 350 pounds. He's like, "You can lead a horse to water, but a pencil's always lead."
I called. You can lead a horse to water, but
You can lead a horse to water, but a pencil's always lead.
Yeah.
And everybody in the room just like, what? But it was like that. Well, you know what? We came back and we won that game. We won big, and it was like, I think that moment where like everybody's like, it's just a game.
Yeah.
Let's go play. And it was just
Have fun and we'll play.
That's awesome.
yeah, it's one of those great memories that I have.
Water, but
So
pencil's always lead.
but anyways, he's a great guy. I think he's a superintendent now, principal. I don't know where he's at, but he's a
Wow.
great guy. This from Chase. Throughout the years of coaching, how much have you seen the way you block as an offensive line change, technique-wise, especially pulling in the running game, things like that? I get a two-part question. I'll let you answer that one first, sir.
So I think that you're always trying. You need to always you always need to learn. You always need to. Coaches that just sit around and do the same stuff every year, they don't grow, and I don't think their kids get any better doing that. I think you have to go out, you have to talk to other coaches, you have to, always refine your skills. We talk all the time about finding little nuggets. I'm kind of set in how I do things and why I do basic stuff. But if I can get, some terminology that somebody else uses that makes more sense than what I use right now, well, I want to use those. Offensive line coaches, I think we all split off different trees. Yeah. How we're taught or how we learned. I've been very lucky in a lot of my stuff I learned from a guy named Stacy Searles when he was at the University of Texas. Stacy is he's at Georgia. He's offensive line coach at Georgia right now. And in fact, he used to come out to our place and hunt out here in town. Loved Goldthwaite. And he would, he taught me a lot of, maybe the SEC style of that, different schemes and how you block things, how pass pro is one. Both of my sons coach, and right now they're both offensive line coaches at big schools, and one of them, has a philosophy like I do with pass pro, and the other one doesn't. He does a different style that he likes more, that works better for his kids.
Sure.
And the style that they play. So I just I think we all come from different trees, and that's kind of how we learn it. But I always think that you still have to advance. You always have to be you always have to ask.
Right.
Ask questions. You always have to learn. If you're not and you stay stagnant as a coach, it doesn't.
You're behind.
To me, you're behind, and then your kids are and your programs are behind.
I agree. I agree. And as the rules change, cut blocks and things like that.
Yes.
I mean that's been in your, just recently as well. I mean, that's obviously changed the way you do things
Right.
as well. So, good questions. Chase
good.
is texting me these, but no, those are great. But yeah, I mean, the game, always evolving.
Yes.
I will say this: sometimes the game gets so complicated with the rules. My goodness, there's a foul and a penalty on every play, right? You've
Yes.
heard that, yeah. And it's like it really just kind of drags the momentum of the game down. So, anyways, I think I don't know. Sometimes they've made it so complicated. It's like you lose the flow of the game.
Absolutely. Yes.
But anyways, that's kind of those are some good questions.
Dang zebras.
Yeah.
But I think it's also it's in basketball. You guys know this.
Everything.
It's in all of them. And I hate when an officiating crew, and, I feel for them because, man, across the state of Texas and really probably everywhere, we're shorthanded on officials.
Right.
And gosh, some of those coaches just start yelling at them. And
Basketball brings out the worst in fans.
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh.
The basketball fans can be horrible.
And I just hate it when,
No, not ours.
not ours at all.
Sure, no.
But I hate it when they, when they affect the game. Just officiate and let us play.
Right, and that's the thing. Because I've seen it and you've seen it to where literally you've seen officials cost games,
Yes.
and that's when it just gets across the line there. And so, let me ask you this, kind of getting off the grid a little bit. What do you teach in high school?
So
Texas history.
so I teach world history
Okay.
and world geography.
Okay.
Now this is, y'all may laugh,
All right.
but this is the first place I've really had to teach.
No, I don't. I believe that.
Yeah. Class.
Small school.
I believe that.
It's small school stuff, and I've enjoyed it because it's something.
challenge, huh?
It's something different, and they're small, small classes.
Yeah.
The kids are awesome. I mean, it's just we're so lucky and so blessed to have great kids here.
I won't mention no names, but I had a history teacher that we learned a lot of plays and a little bit about Texas history.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a
His
good
name,
time.
his name started with Spradley.
It might have been. Yeah.
I can see that.
We all did good in that class. though.
No, sure. That's what makes it fun. What to that though, Coach? I understand.
we
I
actually
graduated from Lindale, so a little bigger school, and I know what it. That's the thing too that a lot of we talk about this quite often, but it takes almost every kid, almost every sport. Like Owen Campbell plays every sport except basketball this year. He played basketball his freshman year. So you have those kind of athletes. Jackson Patrick, I remember it was before you though, but he played every sport, and you have to do that in the little school. But in that big schools, you don't get that luxury. You have to stay. I remember a senior, it was my sophomore year. I went out to the baseball field, and coach met me on the field and said, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I want to try out for baseball." I said, "No, you don't even need to try out."
Yeah.
That's right.
We have a team. Can you imagine Goldthwaite telling the kid, "No, don't even try out"?
Yeah.
But that's normal.
It's so different. I went up and coached at Mansfield Legacy, and we were really good, and it was such a different atmosphere, and it's really football, or really athletics in general, are treated so different. It's more of like a college style deal. Those kids here, it's a team sport.
Sure.
And we play for teammates, and those guys have known each other since they were little bitty and grew up together, and we play as a team and win and lose as a team and all that. A lot of those guys at the bigger schools, it's all about scholarships, and now it's all about money.
Right.
I had a kid one time. We lost our quarterback and an offensive tackle that were unbelievable talents. Anyway, and this kid, this small little H-back, comes into my office one day, and he says, "Coach, who's going to be our quarterback this coming year?" And kind of told him who it is, and he goes, "Oh man," and I said, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Man, that's going to affect my scholarship."
Wow.
Now, that really tells a lot right there. Is he a team player?
Yeah.
No. You know, is it about his teammates?
Sure.
Is it about all of, we
What's your
teach our
motivation?
kids?
Yeah.
What is his motivation? And I think that is something that we're, again, so blessed to have here.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Right.
We play as a team for our teammates, for our community, and that's really what I love about small school.
Yeah, and the reality,
sports.
And the reality of that is, Coach, and even that kid that's probably in your office probably had a chance to go to a school, but such a small percentage of those kids that play Friday night football will grace the field on a Saturday.
Absolutely.
And so we understand that as parents, we understand that as fans, and people that pack the stands on those, and that's what makes it special. Is we know this is Aiden's last year.
Yeah.
He may go play on Saturday somewhere, and he's good enough and talented enough to do that. He may not. That's okay. But for today, we have him today, and we're gonna go rally around these kids and rally around these seniors, Ben Wetzick and Walt Thompson, and I know I'm missing a bunch of them, Aiden, all those guys. We're gonna act like this is their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the way it should be, right?
Yes.
Because every day, or let me say it this way, there's always going to be a day when you don't get to put the jersey back on, right?
Yeah.
And no matter if you're a Tom Brady or you're a kid that's getting cut from his team this year, but we're going to celebrate them while they're here. We'll celebrate them while we're fans. So
Absolutely.
and that, not only that, we know them.
Yes.
Like we know Blaine, we know Hayes Greenway, we know Aiden Lee, we know the kids they are, and that means something.
Absolutely, it does.
I'm excited about this year. We need to pack the stands out. In fact, meet the Eagles is 22nd. Right?
Is it? No,
Yes.
Is it
August 22nd.
I think it's August 22nd.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Saturday after
6 or 6:30.
Junction, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's on the 20th.
We're going to celebrate a thumping. We're going to
21st.
give them.
Thumping.
He
We're gonna thump
he has a vendetta against Junction.
Yeah, I used to be real bad against Cincinnati, but still am. But Junction, thump 'em.
Junction's kind of gone over there, and he's their new.
Just
you don't
if we were beating them 61-0, let's beat them 68-0.
You wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
No. I'll turn their lights off for them when we leave. Actually, it's here. Isn't it? Or
It is
Junction?
here this year.
All
Yes.
right. I can't wait. I
Looking
miss
at
them.
We can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
Looking at the schedule, what does the new district look like for you? Do you have any say about it or opinion on it?
I really don't. I don't know a lot of those lot of those teams.
Well, what I think, what I've just read about, I think Albany, they're like us. They got a young group. Or I mean, they're JV. They're all the same as like our juniors. That group, and I think they're all. There's a lot of talent and there's a lot of history with that coach in them too. I think they're going to be a pretty good matchup against us as far as good kids and athletic and smarts.
Right.
I think it's going to be. I was reading on one of them deals. They picked up this one guy. I don't know who it was, where I seen him, but picked Albany and Ganado going to state. But I'm like,
No kidding.
Albany ain't played us yet.
Wow.
Haven't played us yet.
It wasn't on Dave Kemp. It was some dude who writes articles and stuff. But I think they're going to be a straight up good match.
Yeah.
I think they will be, and Stanford also.
Oh yeah.
I just think that, it's such a cliche, you just take them one at a time, but I really think we need to start out fast and Junction. I just keep thinking about Junction last year and they were just more physical than we were.
Yep.
And I think that is something we need to get over. I think that's something that we will get over.
I hope we have.
And
more
I think
aggressive
we
and
need to
just,
get out there and get after those guys, and then let's go from there.
And I don't want to harp back to it, but I think it starts in the trenches, and I think you agree with me. I mean, if we can push them off the line and get,
just come out hitting them.
just go at them.
Absolutely.
I need to clarify because he messed up again, Coach, and I mean, that's
always
common.
do.
But I want to clarify. Meet the Eagles 22nd.
I said that.
Junction is the 28th. So it's
said
the
that
following
too.
week. No, you said
I don't know what I said.
You said it
but
was
you're
after
right.
Junction.
Yeah.
So
You're right. You're
So,
right. I
well,
was wrong.
Chase caught it, not
Thank
me.
you, Chase.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
So yeah,
He follows through with his word. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
If he's going to text you or call you, he will do it.
He will
and
do
if he's
it.
not going to be able to, he'll let you know I'm not going to.
Yeah,
He's a good
he's
dude.
great. But so I don't have any feelings about the district anyway. I think Albany's going to be the ones that we're gonna have to do that. And there's another team I'm thinking of that comes to mind.
You know, De Leon's going to be a good team.
De Leon, yeah.
I'm anxious to see them too.
I think so.
Am I
It'll be
thinking of
interesting.
Stanford?
Stanford.
Yeah,
Am
you're
I
thinking
thinking of that
Stanford.
one? Okay,
Yeah.
that's going to be a tough little end of the year.
We
Got
need to go out
Albany
there and-
there, and
yeah.
then got Stanford there.
Yep.
With Cross
They
Plains
get that
in the
home
middle.
team, home field advantage, you know, that deal. But
Cross Plains is they're nothing to slouch out there.
No.
A bunch of corn-fed country boys. For
we
sure.
don't need to go in there with any mindset that we're just going. I mean,
Yeah.
we got to go in there and play it.
Yeah. So we
Play our
do have-
best and do our
do have
deal.
some question or a question here.
I want to ask that one.
Go ahead.
Dream vacation. What's your dream vacation? That's coming from Dodo.
Yeah.
Man, dream vacation.
Bristol.
Golly. You know, I've only been on one, but
Hayfield.
no, a cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, you went on a
Man, I went. It's been a while back,
He
but we
just
went
got
on
back from a
one
cruise.
Yeah.
on Royal Caribbean cruise
That's what we
at Christmas time,
Okay.
Hey, that, yeah.
and it was a 7-day deal. Man, that was awesome. You know,
On Christmas time. Yeah.
it was
So,
Christmas time.
let
We
me-
went to Cozumel, Roatan, and Belize.
That's where, well, we went to Honduras and,
Yeah,
yeah, believe
Roatan was Honduras.
Roatan, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, let me ask
Christmas
I
time.
It was Christmas, so
Where-
it was warm.
if
Yeah,
you could
heck
go, if you could go anywhere, where would you want to go? On a trip. Kind of a thought there.
Golly, you know, I
I
tell
want to go to Europe.
I tell the kids
Europe.
all the
I'm
time.
going to go everywhere.
I always wanted to go to Australia.
Yeah, sure. That's great.
You know, I don't know. Maybe Australia. I don't. Europe would be
Sure.
cool. Italy.
Yeah.
You know,
about New
the
Zealand?
Mediterranean, New Zealand
We'll
would
be
be
there and watch the
cool.
sheepdogs work.
Yes.
All that sheep
You want to
country.
do all that hiking? There's a lot of hiking in New Zealand. You
Got
want to
those
do that?
stags, those red stags
Yeah.
during the roar. Man, oh, that'd be fun.
That's a good question. Now, I've never been on a cruise. I've never been, anywhere. So we got to do that. I had a question for you. So I have Dodo. That's Drew. That's his nickname. So you can call him that. He's got Blaine.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be empty nesters.
Yeah.
You've been an empty nester for how long now?
6 years now.
Yeah.
Okay. How has your life changed being how you're
Okay.
now empty?
Well, here's what happens.
Oh, boy.
It's like it's the boomerang effect. You think they're gone,
They just come right back.
but guess what?
Yeah.
They come back.
come back.
They come back.
Come back like a fungus, huh?
It was, it was tough at first, and the reason it was tough for us when I left Harker Heights, I went to Brownwood, and my youngest was fixing to be a sophomore, and my wife Julie stayed in Harker Heights in Killeen and taught there for that year. They didn't have a spot for her in Brownwood, and so my youngest and I lived out at our ranch here and drove into Brownwood every day.
Sure.
And we were lucky enough.
Dang.
A guy named Mitch Moore, who was the principal at the time, he was their AD for a while. Anyway, Mitch had a kind of a garage apartment that we would stay in every once in a while, and we'd do that. But we'd kind of go back and forth. We'd eat chicken fried steaks at the Diamond R and all that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and
you go.
and he was an offensive lineman. So
Okay.
it was 24/7, for those years, and it was tough on me, man. When he went to to play at Angelo State, and we moved up to Mansfield. I was coaching at Legacy, and it was just. I had to look at my wife like, oh my gosh,
What now?
what are we doing? Oh, hey, good to see you.
Where you
So it was tough at first.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we, like I said, we well, you've had your oldest boy. He's been out of the house for how many years now?
He graduated in 18, I guess.
18.
He's
Yeah.
27,
Okay,
I
and then
guess, yeah.
you just
26.
Maddie just walked the stage last
Yeah.
fall.
We'll be getting rid of her the 18th, I
or
think.
spring,
Yeah.
I should say. Yeah.
Yeah. But heck, his summer, we'll hardly see him. Maddie was
Yeah.
gone Monday and Tuesday with Scott's family to
Yeah.
Six Flags and Hurricane Harbor. Then I was out, and then I got
Mm-hmm.
home. They left Wednesday, and they had them, and Emily, I don't know, there's 4 of them went to the beach, and had an Airbnb. Well, they get back Saturday at 3. Well, me and Amy left at 2. We didn't get back till Sunday. And I was like, yeah, y'all abandoned us. Because I asked us one day, so what are we going to do about eating? I'm like, figure it out.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah. Well, my oldest son graduated. You know, Blake.
Right.
And so ever since he graduated, he's just been gone. Like, he went to work at Pine Cove Christian Camp for last summer, and got to spend a little time with him last summer. But went to Hill College on the automotive mechanics department.
Right.
As soon as he graduated again this year, he graduated from the automotive mechanics department. 1 year, done it, just knocked it out. Immediately went back to Pine Cove. Been there all summer. Picked him up yesterday for the first time. I've seen him all summer.
Oh, gosh.
And it's like he's just a stranger, you
Yeah.
know. And so I had to, he's going to be home for a couple of weeks, and he goes back to Hill College, just starts it all over again.
Wow.
So it's kind of been a shock for us. That's why I asked that, because it's been hard on me. I always told him, as soon as you walk that stage, I'm going to have your bags packed. Ready to go. Like, here you go. And he's called my bluff twice, and it's hurt.
I still talk big crap with Maddie. I'm like, you need to hurry him get out of here. And she's like, no, you're going to cry. I'm like, no, I'm not. Get out of here. Go away.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're like stray
Uh-huh.
cats. You quit feeding them, they find their way in the house.
So how many years have you and your bride been married? Is Julie correct?
It is Julie. We have been married 36 years now.
Awesome.
Oh, my
36.
gosh.
Woo-wee. Awesome.
That makes her old. Can you believe that?
I just turned
man.
37.
She's not watching.
You've been married as long as I've been lying.
Oh, no.
We have. We
That's
just
great.
celebrated our anniversary on the 28th of July. So, yeah.
Good
Thank
deal.
you.
Well,
Thank you.
I know we got 4 years to now, but you got to go big on 40. I mean, what are we going to do for the
Oh,
big
gosh.
40?
I don't know.
Alaskan cruise.
Maybe
Oh,
in a
that'd be
boy. My in-laws went on one of said it was fantastic.
But
What
that
I've
would be
always
fun.
heard. I've always heard that.
Mm.
So it's on my bucket list.
Yes.
I did some whale watching when we went on our cruise.
Did you? Yeah. Well, that was you. You can't look at yourself.
No, that Alaska deal would be pretty cool, I bet.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Go feed-
No, good deal. Hey, well, it's 8:00 now. I don't know how long you guys want to go. Travis, you got any more questions for us?
I don't know. Hell, I'm just getting
Just hanging out.
yeah.
Well,
I'm just hanging out.
all right, chat. You guys, final call. We got any questions coming in? Coach, let me ask you this. You talked about chicken, and that's good. But what if you're going to go take Julie out on a date, and money's no option, no object. Okay.
Yeah. This is a good
Where are we
question.
going, and what do we get?
We're going to a Brazilian steakhouse,
Yes,
guys.
sir. Texas Day Brazil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's one.
Me-
Have you ever been to one of those, Travis?
Well, maybe, and I don't know. Not
You
a,
would
not a
know if you've
Brazilian
been.
steakhouse, no.
You would know if you've been, because you
I've been to
basically.
Texas Roadhouse.
I'll let Coach.
Oh, no.
I'll let Coach explain what a Brazilian steakhouse is. Texas Day
So,
Brazil.
unbelievable salad bar to start.
Yes.
Unbelievable salad bar. Now, there's a method to go into these places.
Yeah.
You can't go in and go out to that salad bar
fill
and
up.
stock up. You
Yeah.
can't do that. Get you a couple little things and just be done with it.
Yeah.
But then, remember the old ponchos where you used to raise the flag on the ponchos, the Mexican place, the
No,
old.
I've,
Oh, yeah,
never,
yeah,
I've
you
seen
remember
that, but
Ponchos?
no, I
You
never
don't remember
no.
ponchos?
It's a wonders you've made it this long.
Oh,
Dude,
my
I was
gosh.
lived a sheltered life.
You must have.
I mean, I didn't have a
Ponchos
cell
was
phone until
great.
like 5 years ago.
Hey, there's still ponchos in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
There is. I went there. Don't do it, Coach.
Really?
It's just not good anymore.
Oh my gosh.
There's a reason they closed down.
I remember people that would go and you could smell it on them.
Yeah.
You could smell anyway. Ponchos. So
the salad bar, just get a few
so
things.
just a few things at
Yeah.
the salad bar, and then you have a red and a green like a
Almost like a
coaster,
medallion thing, like this.
Yes.
Right here.
and you flip it over to green, and here they come, and they've
Yeah.
got these skewers of meat,
Okay, I'm familiar
and they
with that,
start cutting it off, and you just keep on going until
just
you
start
turn that
shaving it
bad
off.
boy.
And
Yes,
it's expensive. It's
Yeah.
I think $50 a plate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Man, you can't go anywhere here to eat.
But you eat until
It ain't that
you.
bad.
As long as it's green, they're going to keep bringing food.
Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievable. They've got a new one off of 183 going in by Liberty Hill right now, or going into Austin.
Texas.
No,
Davis Hill.
this one
one's
is like, it starts with an E. But anyway, it's the same type of deal. It's brand new over there. But I love those places.
Brazilian steakhouses. That's what they are basically.
Oh,
you,
man.
you farming, you ranching down here. You're you're in the Wagyu, right?
I'd raise Akaushi, which is they kind of look like a red Angus.
Yeah.
You know, they're all Wagyu means is Japanese beef.
Right.
So this is a specific breed. So they're bigger.
Yeah.
You know, they look more like a red Angus.
You
so
butcher
yes.
your own.
Yes.
You raise a beef here.
Mhm. I do. I sell most of them. We'll raise a couple,
Yeah.
and go ahead and
I
get those all
thought you
cut
messed
up.
with those. I had some more good beef jerky earlier today.
So, Coach, you made
It was almost 50% protein.
That I want you to. I want to challenge you, but maybe just maybe you'll be interested in it. If you want the best offensive line, and I know you do, there's something you need to watch,
Okay.
and I watch it.
The replacements.
No, well, yeah, no, but I
Love
watch.
it.
I watch
Bud Kilmer.
sumo wrestling.
Oh God.
I
Yeah.
love sumo wrestling, and I watched the.
I thought he was jacking with me.
The July Boss show just finished up, and they'll have another one in September. It's a 15-day tournament, and I've watched it for years now.
Yes.
And I know all the names. I know all the players. Oh, it's my favorite sport. That's my favorite sport, and they have an English version of it on the NHK channel, which is a Japanese channel, and it's basically a 30-minute recap of the whole day. So you just watch action, and it is, Coach, you talk about the best linemen in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
They're awesome. And
Pushing
they're
guys around.
huge, yeah. And I love watching it. Like I said, I'm a big fan. I'll get you on it there. NHK
Fantastic.
though. But yeah. So like I said, they just finished up the July Boss show. Now they'll have one in September. Every other month. They do it every other month. So
That is neat.
yeah. So I love it. All right, so we got one question here going back to football. How do you feel about having the bye week or no bye week till the end of the year? That's going to be different.
Boy, it is
We
different.
got a bye week.
Yeah.
And it's towards the end.
At the end,
Yeah.
like week 11 or whatever. It's
It's the
that
last week,
week
last week of
of the season. You know, I've never been part of a team where that's happened.
yeah.
You know, I think we just have to, knock on wood, we have to stay healthy this year.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got a little bit of depth, but again, you know, if we can stay healthy, it's going to be a special season.
Yeah.
So if we can do that and just, you know,
Can I tell you this? My opinion, I like it. We get the grind of the district over, and then you get a week to recover before you go into the playoffs.
that is true.
I kind of like that. It's like a new start to a new season, and I kind of like if you do have any nicks and bruises, you got that week to heal before the playoffs.
Yes.
But I like that, and yeah, I agree with you. You know, it depends on if we make it, how far we make it. Anyways, here's some questions coming in. This is from Edgar Arredondo. Okay, talked about your favorite place to eat if money was no object. Well, what's your favorite place to eat in Goldthwaite?
Oh gosh, that's a loaded
let's-
question.
hold on, let's-
That is
loaded.
hard.
Let's preface it this way, Coach. That way you don't get
Wow.
hate mail. Is every restaurant here, and I think you'll agree with this, is fantastic in Goldthwaite.
Yes.
So knowing that it's it's a preference of what you're in the mood for, So now knowing that there's all the restaurants we have here are great, but which one are you going to go to?
Okay, so if I go to El Tap,
Yeah,
I'll get the Cinco Cinco nachos.
nice.
If I go to Laja, I'm going to get the fajitas. Hugo's going to hook me up,
Yeah,
and we're going to get fajitas.
You can't go wrong with anything at Laha.
No, not at all. But that's always been my go-to there. If I go to Southside, I get the meatloaf most of the time.
that's huge. Bacon wrap, meatloaf.
Yes.
That's amazing. Great food.
Now,
haven't tried
Fisher
that.
Street,
Yeah,
I like, I don't have a go-to there.
It's like
It's-
Laha. Everything's
Everything is good. I
Yeah.
like it all. I like
from
their
the pizzas
pizza.
to the
Well,
chips. Yeah.
I like.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I was there, I had their barbecue chicken.
That
I
was great.
loved it.
yeah.
You know,
I have a go-to of Fisher Street. Now I'm gonna put you on it. Maybe just try it. You may not like it, but this is Richie's go-to. And Richie,
It's probably some special deal they make just for
it
him.
may be a Richie special, but it's
kinda
called
high
the grown-up
maintenance.
grilled cheese
Grown-up grilled cheese. I see
with
him eating
bacon.
it. Yeah.
Get the grown-up grilled cheese with bacon, and then get a bowl of tomato soup. Especially with winter coming and fall.
Really?
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Wow.
Dip the grilled cheese in the tomato soup.
I bet that is good.
now
it's
one thing
fantastic.
that I have tried lately is Mr. Beal's
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
catfish. Holy
I've
cow!
never had his catfish.
Yeah,
Oh.
catfish and shrimp.
It's a good.
Get
huh?
it? I haven't tried the shrimp. I've always liked the smoked meatloaf there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I like it all there. But the past couple of weeks, I went over there. Somebody told, maybe it was Coach Jernigan, but he said, go try his fish. And man, that catfish
hard.
was good.
He does fish on Fridays, doesn't he? Or is it?
Yes,
Yes.
it was Fridays.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, it's hard for me to
He's
go
had
to a
shrimp
barbecue
before.
joint and get fish. I just kind of like going to a Mexican restaurant and getting a chicken.
Hamburger. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll try it because I love a good fish. Love good fish. This
You
is
eat at
some,
Mary's?
Yeah, Mary's. We're
Oh,
talking about Mary's.
love,
Mary's
I
breakfast
mean,
is
I love Mary's. My
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tuesdays. Woo.
Taco Tuesday.
Now, one thing I haven't tried here, and Coach Jade turned me on to it. I haven't done it yet. He orders every Thursday at lunch. He orders a hamburger from the auction barn.
Yeah.
So the
Man,
hamburgers
I'm gonna tell
there
you
are
what.
fantastic.
Yes,
I
they
haven't
are.
tried them
And
yet.
used to back in the day. I
Those
can't
are
remember who
Thursdays.
Worked
Yes.
there.
Yes.
She God, when I was a little kid, I used to work down there. And that's part of my, that's about what I got paid was just a hamburger. But you go in there,
about what you were worth.
Yeah, it's like, what don't you want? Either you don't want potatoes, and you don't want French fries.
I agree with Coach. That's a fantastic hamburger and cheap.
I have to go there on Saturdays to Mary's. We got to have. I always like El Tap burritos because they're big ones.
Yeah.
But my wife and everybody, I like both of them. But
Yeah.
I have to make 2 stops.
Yeah, sure.
Amy's got to have her Mary's, and I got to have her.
All right, so let's talk about some other things. You got some questions. Do have some questions? Apparently, people don't want you to go home, Coach.
Okay.
So we got more questions here. What's your favorite NFL team? Are you an NFL fan?
You know, I do watch some NFL right now, gosh, and everybody's gonna say I'm a bandwagon guy. I like the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'll tell you why. I love Patrick Mahomes. Okay, and I love how I love that style of quarterback. I really like Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Being an old guy.
He's a calming
Okay,
influence too. I like him.
who adjusts and adapts to his players. He's not like we talked about before. He's not set in his ways. By gosh, we're going to run. We're going to run the zone, or we're going to run the stretch play, and we're going to run a vertical passing game, and that's it.
Right.
And he lets them
Yeah.
play. He lets them design their stuff, and he's imaginative. And man, I love that about him. So again, I like watching those guys.
Yeah, I agree. Little note. So Richie actually played against Patrick Mahomes when he was in high school. I don't know if you know Richie Rich.
Cody Rich.
Well, Coach, he's the one that does the music on Friday nights
Okay.
and Thursday nights. So if you hear something up there, that's Richie, and you can
Gotcha.
give him the stink eye. And no,
It's normally pretty good.
yeah,
They have pretty good
Yeah.
aggressive fellowship on Wednesdays.
yeah. No, he's our youth pastor here, but
Yeah.
he's also he's from Lindale too. I was his youth pastor.
Okay.
Now he's my youth pastor.
Oh, wow.
So that's how it all
That's
fits
awesome.
together. So yeah, so he's getting everything he gave to me, he's getting back in my kids.
There you go.
But anyways, he played against Patrick Mahomes. Lindale played White House. White House was where Patrick went, and then but yeah, it was he hates Patrick Mahomes with a passion. So, but I think he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan because he likes Taylor Swift. So
Oh,
that's
he's
just
a
my opinion.
Swiftie.
He's a
Oh,
Swiftie.
gosh.
I thought he was an other fellow.
He's an LFL too.
Oh,
He's all
yeah,
over.
well.
He's all over. All right, now switching into other pro sports, baseball team.
I like the Astros.
Okay.
Kind of been an Astros fan.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I was a Dodgers fan.
Okay.
My dad signed, and this has been a long, long time ago. My dad signed with the Dodgers out of high school.
Oh, that's cool.
And didn't play very long and all of that, but he did. He signed out of high school, and I was just kind of a Dodgers fan growing up. And again, I like more players than
Yeah.
than teams.
Fantasy football's ruined it for a lot of people like me. I don't even watch football anymore. I just watch the red zone, and I root for players because they're on my team.
Yeah.
And like I don't care who wins or loses. Just give me my stats.
Right.
And it's a bad way to be a
the
fan
real
now.
world.
Yeah.
The fantasy stuff.
Okay.
Fantasy stuff.
Gosh, might as well watch cartoons.
You know who's the commissioner of our fantasy football team?
Richie.
Yep.
Yeah.
One last one, and this is basketball. Who's your NBA team?
I've always liked the Spurs.
Okay.
I've always liked them. Back with David Robinson and Tim Duncan and
Sean Elliott.
all of those guys.
Yeah.
I liked them. I even remember when Rudy Tomjanovich was there. I kind of liked him, and Pop is just he's always been awesome.
He's been
and
great. I hate that he had a stroke.
Old school. Oh, I know.
You just made a fan out of Chase Sides. He's a huge Spurs fan.
Spurs.
I took him to see the Mavericks. Of course, Drew's a ball kid. I took him to see the Spurs play game one. They played the first game last year in American Airlines Center, and Wemby went for almost 40 and 20. It's nuts.
I can't imagine just going up to him. I've been down on the field at UT with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Down there and just amazed.
Just a big dude.
Just a
big
humanity.
Big dude. I can't imagine Wemby. Unbelievable.
I had a picture. I was going to see if I could add it.
I've always gone the other direction, like Dallas. I've always been Cowboys.
Yeah, you went
Rangers.
north. Yeah.
And then Texas Tech or the Horned Frogs.
San Angelo's further south. That's where you. Absolutely.
I used to like the Houston Oilers.
Yeah,
I did
Houston Oilers
too.
are great. Yeah.
Was it Warren Moon?
When I was a kid, they had their training camp out there. And then when I was at Southwest Texas, they moved it to San Marcos. So we overlapped our two-a-days for about a week or 10 days, and which was really cool because they would, all those linemen, they would give us like all their gloves, and, all of that stuff. And it was, it was really cool to kind of not hang out with them, but, talk to them and they'd give us some stuff and help us out. It was really neat.
Cool stuff.
Very cool. Yeah, no, like I said, we're big Mavs fans, and up for this next school year, we'll be going to as many as we can before basketball season starts, because when basketball season starts, we don't get to go as often because he's in practices and doing different
Drew's
things.
a sophomore, right?
Sophomore.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And so they just got done yesterday or this weekend in the AAU tournament in Plano. And it was a big one, and a lot of talent up there. And it was a national showcase is what they call it. And they had teams from New Orleans and Houston, all over. So it was a lot of talent there. So it was good for them.
That AAU stuff's crazy.
Crazy.
Wow. It's just crazy.
They just pile them in there. I've never experienced that before, but it's been good competition. So it's been good. All right, Coach, it is 8:15. We're going to call it a night here. Travis, you have anything else?
No, man, I'm out of words. I'm running low.
Out of words.
Running low.
Yeah,
that's it.
The conclusion.
We don't expect much out of them, Coach. And we don't get exactly what we expect.
Your expectations, you keep them low, and if he meets them, it's okay. If he exceeds it, hey.
Sometimes I get a little excited. My emotions get me, and I don't know when to quit. So I have to sit on my hands. Coach Howard last week, he was talking. He said, I'm not going to let you talk. I said, well, I was itching. Because if I got something on my mind, I got to sit now, because if I don't, I'll forget it.
Right.
I have to cut my wife off all the time. I'm like, dude, let me finish what I'm saying here, because I'll
forget it.
Whatever. So
it's real important.
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, hey, boy, remember this?
Never a dull moment. That's why he's on the podcast, Coach. This was all Travis's idea. Several years ago.
Well, it was a mutual thing.
And it was like I said, I think I can do this. We can figure this out.
Oh, this is awesome. This is fun.
Let's go on YouTube, make ass of ourselves.
Nobody can do it better than us. So we got 13 here. We're fixing to close up shop. If you want to be a part of the show, email us at gwadeguys@yahoo.com. Put this on Facebook, share it, get it out there. We've had a lot of views on Coach Howard's. I think we're almost around 200 on Coach Howard's view last week. That's good, and get the word out. There's people still don't know about the Goldthwaite guys. And again, all this is going to be about supporting our community and our kids. So if you have a guest that wants to be on here, I did talk to the new band director, Jesse Smith. got his name. He is willing and wanting to come on. Just had some scheduling conflict, so he'll be coming on pretty soon. Talk about the direction of the band, and that'll be a big part of Friday night as well.
Yeah.
Always fun. But that's what we got going. If you want to be part of the show, contact me and Travis. We'll get you here. We thank you for
We'll
the
work
chats
you in
and
on our
community.
schedule.
Yeah. I think we got it. I think I want to try this, Coach, and I want to try this on Friday nights.
Okay.
I think I can bring all of this into the press box and us have a little Goldthwaite guys post game.
I don't know. That'd be hard for me to do.
Well, after everybody's gone, it's not like it's gonna be immediately.
yeah.
We'll just have to see. I don't want to take you away from dad time.
Well,
you know?
I still got to load the Eagle up and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
We'll do that at halftime.
Get it figured out.
Yeah.
We'll do it. Hey, I'll be away. Me get out of it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just
delegate.
trying to work.
Right, delegate it.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, we're going to call it tonight, guys. Thank you guys for being part of the chat. Y'all continue to share this again. Coach Hagey, you have anything else you want to say? Thank you.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was fun.
I'm glad you come on there, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I can say I see you on the field, and I got to talk to you down at Weston Shop the other day.
Right.
First time I really got to talk to you.
Yeah.
And,
Who do you think we need to have on here next, Coach? What coach?
Oh
or what,
gosh! Well, at some point you're going to need to get Coach Cruz on. He's our new coach from
That's
Ozona.
right. That's right.
You know, he needs to come on.
Okay, perfect.
You know,
get him and his wife.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Is she the principal at the
Yes.
elementary?
She's the principal at
Yes.
elementary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
That's
meet
great.
her.
So we got some new faces we need to get on here
Yes.
and introduce them to the Eagle Nation. So that'll be good. All right, that's the plan. We'll move forward on that. We got to go, of course, like I said, band director Jesse Smith soon. But we are excited about Friday, guys. We're week and a half away or two. Wednesday will be a week and a half. All right, 2 weeks.
That's it.
So y'all come out, support our guys, and
It'll be here at home that Friday night.
Friday night be home. It'll be a
Mason.
scrimmage. Mason.
Mason.
So
JV at 6, and then we're after that.
okay, sounds good, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we will catch you around the bend. Adios.
Toodles.
Go Eagles.
That's right.